I need to get some rest, but I need your seed.
Why?
Well, to sleep with it.
And as you fall, Enwin is still on his feet. The rest of you fall and break all of the tables inside of the Cheshire Club. To which Bo goes, "Come on!"
Best day ever!
Group, though. He wouldn't work with the group because he likes Cass, and that would just be really, really awkward on the battlefield.
What?
I don't think that's an awkward. Perfect person to protect Cass. I
Wait,
like
what?
it. Let's go.
I'm still
I
here.
don't need protection.
I'm still here. At the...
I know you are, sweetie.
Chris,
It's okay.
shh. The adults are talking. Shh.
Oh,
One
alright.
second, buddy.
I like it. I'm gonna. What did you
Chris
think
likes
of that?
Cass?
I like.
What have you been?
Ibs was a little pretentious.
Abs was
and
my
for
favorite.
me.
I like Bob.
Thanks, Perry.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, the crew needs me.
You go, and I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh my God.
And he nods his head. And he nods his head and walks you over to the door. Just sort of opens the door.
Oh man.
There was mouth stuff poison? Oh yeah.
No smell stuff.
That came out wrong. Sorry.
Sorry. I couldn't not laugh.
Person has died, Ryan. A little decorum,
Death
please.
due to mouth stuff. Come on. Get over it.
I'll go home
Smack him
now.
across the face. I'm like, wake up.
All right, you smack Ryan across the We're set up in these stands or floating above the water. Have never seen a ship cross the finish line, but first. And they all watch as the first thing they see is Monkey C. Written along the side of the ship, crossing and backwards. And you have crossed the finish line. Congratulations, crew. You have won the first high lock race for the briefest of seconds. Let them be. Let them love and hurt and change and tell stories and die fighting and pouring drinks and doing the right thing even though it hurts. Just let them be. We can give them that. What's going on, Indigo Chameleon audience? It's me, your good buddy Scribe, here to remind you of the fun ways that you can interact here on Indigo Chameleon, even when we're not streaming. One, we've got an amazing Discord. Come and hang out with us. We would love to have you there. You can find some inspiration if you need it. There's memes. There's even like fun ways for you to be like the first ones to know when we're looking for players for a remote one-shot or a one-shot located here at Indigo Chameleon Studios. So please come and hang out with us on the Discord. We would love to have you. We also have a merch store. Yeah, it's a chance for you, the dear viewer, to help us represent the brand a little bit. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, there's prints, there's shower curtains. So I hear one day you will be mine, shower curtain. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. And as always, there's always a spot here at the table for you. You are the 7th player at this spot. You can use stream points by clicking that little karma right at the bottom of your screen, right where the chat is, one of those sides. You can do that and earn stream points. Every time you tune in, you help us raid, you spread the word, donate bits. That, well, I don't know about spreading the word, it'd be hard to track that, but all of those other things will help you earn stream points that you can use to help your players when they need it the most. Thank you all so much for all your support. Indigo Connect, and hey, do you wonder? Yeah, we were on for incredible violence. Yeah, I think we opened with incredible violence. Arson is always the answer. Hello.
See, you get it. You
Hello. Welcome. Salutations, greetings. Welcome to Indigo Chameleon. It is Tuesday night. It is time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here in Indigo Chameleon. We are so grateful to have each and every one of you joining us. Grim, How I Nerd, salute. may say Indigo Jima. You will. Thank you so much. Hey, we love you too, Grim. As that really handsome guy said not too long ago, we have a Discord. Come and hang out with us there. We'd love to have you join us. And there's all sorts of memes, and it keeps you up to date on the latest schedule changes. Hey, Action Sturge, what's up? It's great to see you. Thank you for coming in and joining us for a little bit. We also have a merch store. You can buy cool merch that has the Karma logo on it. It's got our little Karma chameleon on there, and you can get mugs and t-shirts, and it helps us keep the lights on. I'm so glad you had fun, Indigo Gma. We all had fun watching. Deacon Smith. Well. How are you, sir? Welcome. Come on in. The water's fine. There's no water. Not only do we have a merch store, we've got a lot of exciting shows coming up this week. We hit 1,000 followers, so all this week we are actually doing a coin giveaway. It's our 1K coin giveaway, and every week, every night this week, we are giving away one of these amazing coins. All you have to do is type the word coin one time and one time only into the chat, and you can get one of those limited edition coins. We do one for all the giant milestones that we hit here on Indigo Chameleon. Yes, you too can be the proud owner of this Sion. So thank you all so much. Hey, it's the captain. Everybody salute, Captain.
Captain.
Thank you, sir. Yes, so type that word in one time. Upcoming schedule for this week, because we've got a lot of good stuff coming. Tonight is Wonderland. Tomorrow night, we go back to the Patchwork Circus, where we deal with Jack's Funhouse, and we bring that epic mini arc to a close. That's tomorrow night. On Thursday, we go to the Lost Isle, which is our combination of science fiction and D&D, with time traveling and things of that sort. Right now, the group is currently in the Ghost Dimension, and we're going to be trying to bring up the Dead Currents arc to a bit of a close and answer some questions that have been weighing on the cast mind on Thursday. On Friday, we go back to Neverland, where the normal crew of characters that you see are not going to be there this week. However, the players that you're used to seeing will be there, as two of the characters have found themselves in a bit of a precarious situation. So I'm sending in the Suicide Squad / Neverland Edition. Same players, different characters, as they're coming up with the B team of Neverland to do a very dangerous mission that probably they're not all coming back from. So, but hey, everybody needs a little palate cleanser, right? Little chance to stretch your legs, try a different class. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, please, don't forget to type in the word coin. Yes, a paladin cleanser. Note to self, create a paladin named Cleanser. That is on Friday. We go to Neverland for Neverland B team. Thank you so much. Okay, that's enough. And then we don't have anything going on Saturday or Sunday, and we cycle back around to Tuesday for Wonderland. I think that's it for announcements. Anybody have anything they want to plug? Any artistic projects that you're working on? All right, we're doing good. Everybody's great. All right. Once upon a time in Wonderland, the crew of Wonderland is heading further and further towards the capital of the city to end this campaign with a bang. We are 3 episodes away, I believe, 2 or 3 episodes away from closing the book on Wonderland as a whole. The group tonight is headed to a spot as last week's adventure. They had a couple of things. One, the group said some goodbyes to some people that meant the world to them. I would encourage you to watch back as a testament to the players and their ability to close off their own character arcs. Friends, loved ones were said goodbye to, and not only that, but there was a big push to recruit as many of the people that have made an impact on these characters' lives to show up for the final battle, which would be taking place. A large net was cast, and a very large net. Some of those groups don't necessarily get along all that well. So we're going to see how that plays out. But all have been asked to arrive at a certain spot to assist the heroes as the heroes have reached out to them. The group is currently joined by Bob, King Bob from Fairly. He's a fairly good king, and he is at the inn with all of them. They have all awakened to breakfast to find that Olo has a beautiful set of metal wings and a new button accustomed to those wings that can be pressed for an interesting sound bite. And the group is currently about to set forth on a quest that will ensure that they are properly equipped and have the right magical items to overthrow a kingdom. And that is where we are going to pick right up. So, heroes, you've had breakfast for the day, and some shenanigans ensued with the button. Where are we headed now?
We're going on a quest.
We know where we're headed. We're headed to the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All of you have all of your belongings in hand. All of you have marked the long rest feature down so that you can get those spell slots back. You're going to need them. As we set out for Dark Waters, you find yourselves in a cemetery quite a ways away from the beach, where you have been told by JJ. Yes, there's a finger.
Yeah, before we set out, I would turn to everyone and just say I would hold out 2 potions of superior healing, 3 potions of greater healing, and say, these do nothing for me. But if any of you need them.
Nyx, Edgar, Thorisar, and Olo.
Help,
of course I'll take one.
help me keep track. Grim has offered a +5 to the first person to make. She said first come, first save. So what I'm going to say is first saving throw gets that +5. Okay?
Gotcha.
From one of you, the players. I'm not going to take it because that would be mean, but I kind of want to. Because I know y'all casting banishment up in this piece. All right, cool.
Hey.
Only some of one of us.
All right. Before you guys leave, before you set forth towards the crypt entrance that is going to take you to the graveyard, not too far away from Dark Harbor, you are going to lay the healing potions on the table.
Yeah, I would offer them to them and ask if anyone needs them.
I have a greater healing potion already.
Just like gently. Satchel.
So there's 2 superior, 3 greater. What did you take, Ola?
I'm definitely taking the superior. I have more hit points than all of you.
I'm gonna push the other superior toward Nyx or Thoe, just between those 2, whoever wants to grab it.
I have a greater. I also have some regular potions of healing, but they're not going to be super helpful at this point. It's like a 2d4. But
every bit helps.
I'll take the superior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I still have the 3 greater.
Well, then if you're going to need a person to take your greater, then I'll take your greater off your hands.
I'm going to give Bob a very pointed look and then look at the potion and then look back at Bob.
Oh no! I am fully supportive for our end game running forth into the wilds. This is gonna be great. However, this seems like, forgive me, a side quest, and I am not. I am not about it. I mean, this place is filled with dead people, and I kind of want to hang out here and drink. So
that's a better idea. You're correct.
Mandrake, perhaps you should save one of the greater, because even though you can't use it yourself, you might have an opportunity to use it on somebody around you.
Oh no, I intended to save at least one.
Oh, okay.
Just
well.
a case.
Excellent. I'll grab one of the graders.
Okay, so 1 to Edgar, 1 to Trovic, leaving me 1.
Yep.
We.
Got it.
Cool.
all right, team. Healing potions are distributed. Does anybody want to do anything else before you leave the tavern and set forth? And casting any spells upon yourselves, augmenting anything.
In the tavern.
While we're in the tavern? No.
I thought I'd ask. All right. Cool.
Fool me once.
All right. You guys make your way over towards the crypt that is going to lead you out. And as you make your way out to the crypt, once again, the door is closed. And when it opens again, you are still in the identical crypt, but you find yourselves off in the distance, seeing the darkened skies that would signal the area of the shore. That looks to be about an hour to 2 hour walk from where you are, which is fine. It's early morning. You were not given any sort of timetable. But if you have any other means of expeditious transport, you're welcome to utilize those. If we're moving,
How many people can ride on all those wings?
Can I push the button? I want to push the button if I do that.
So, Alo's a beefy boy. He probably could transport one of you that's not wearing a ton of armor.
Hey, buddy.
So, you know, raise your hand if you're not Trovic. I think that's like with a warhammer and Humphrey, like Trovic ain't flying anytime soon. But if you needed to in a pinch, Alo, I'd say you could transport Edgar, no problem. Mandrake is gonna get a little iffy. That dude is made of metal. And Nyx you could probably get. Not that kind of metal. Not that, but you're close.
I just want to point out, are you calling me fat?
No.
He's calling you metallic.
He's calling you dense.
But I can probably carry somebody too, and I could just turn Trovic into something small and easy to carry.
You could do that. Please do that.
Actually,
Edgar is
I have
jumping
my
out.
own idea for rapid transport.
Please.
I'm going to use Humphrey's Enlarge and cast haste on him.
Okay. All right. How long does haste last?
Haste? I'm so glad you asked. I think lasts like a minute, honestly.
So everybody climbs on top of Humphrey, and he's chomping at the bit. You get a nice good distance. Humphrey is the large metallic dog, warforged dog. That is your guardian and protector. You guys cut a little bit of ground, but after a while, Humphrey's going to hit the ground hard as a wave of lethargy is going to hit Humphrey, and he's going to kind of stop in his tracks a little bit. But I think Enlarge lasts a little bit longer, correct?
Enlarge also lasts a minute.
Oh, so both are going to happen as Humphrey kind of shrinks down after that minute, and haste ends after about that minute. But you cover a fair bit of ground during that time, faster than you would have. So, marching order, kids. If people are taking to the skies, I need to know that as well.
I'll be up.
Alo, how far up are you going?
Not far. Like, probably 10 or 15 feet up.
Okay.
This is also me nudging Zoe, like, you have to teach me to use these.
Absolutely, because I've had them for so long myself. I'll teach you everything I know.
Thanks.
The most important thing is remembering you have them. I forget that a lot.
Casting mage armor myself, by the way.
Nyx, you got mage armor cast on yourself? Is anybody casting anything else on themselves?
I don't think I have anything to cast on myself.
Okay.
Nothing that needs to be cast at the moment.
You know what?
Yeah,
this is fun.
I'm going to also cast Mage Armor.
Oh, okay.
Because
I'm not going to cast anything.
Got it. Mage armor has been cast. Go ahead and mark that spell slot.
yes. Oh, that's right. Because wild. Ah, sorry.
Wild.
I'm good.
Okay. Wild magic does not go off. There's no fireball, unfortunately, in the vicinity.
I was right next to Alo. This would have been a really good time.
Give me an intelligence check, Thoe, as you are sharing the finer points of flying with Alo. Alo, the same. Give me an intelligence check. D20, add your int as you are sharing this flying lesson.
Thoe, add a +5 from Flash of Genius, please.
Oh, thanks. And that's a 20.
That's a 20.
That's a 6.
I can only use it once, buddy. I'm sorry.
Thoe gets into during your walk, during your fly. Thoe gets into the artistry involved, and it's a dance, and it's the flowy, and you're busy concentrating left, right. Like how do I like you're, and as she's talking, you're just sort of fading out and just trying to keep in the air a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, I have gorgeous crystalline butterfly wings, and you have clunky little metal wings, so it probably makes it harder for you.
She just called you fat, bro.
She insulted our dad's work.
Yeah, she insulted Dad's work. Is what it was. It was.
Oh, they're very beautiful. It's just that, you're still getting used to them. It's fine. It's fine.
Thank you for.
Although you take three burn damage, 3 fire damage. All right. After about an hour's time, like I said, the sky begins to darken. You recognize the odd crystalline shores of the beach itself. Plant life is going to die out. You are going to see the odd bits of white in smaller chunks and then in larger chunks buried in the sand as bolts of lightning crackle across the sky. It is not raining currently, but it is still it's one of those nights, and it's somewhat common. It's one of those places that seems like it's perpetually about to rain. As the sky is sort of matching the purple sand around with the white chunks. So, where are we headed upon reaching the beach itself?
Before we touched the sand, I would turn to Trovic, Edgar, and Alo and tell them, I don't know if you've ever been here before, but be careful of the sand.
What's wrong with sand?
We have to keep moving once we touch it.
Understood.
So do not touch the sand. Understood. And I'm just gonna continue to fly in lazy circles.
Sure.
Is there a group of? Can we see anybody else on the beach?
Give me a perception check. Allo, I want to clarify. You're flying how far up in the air where the lightning is crackling?
Oh.
Okay.
No.
I did not hear that there was lightning.
About 10 feet.
So we're gonna just after that first crack, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I have metal wings. I'll be right there in the standby.
I'll keep flying.
Okay.
I mean, of course, I'm flying in the air, which is probably still bad in a lightning storm. From Florida, I should know these things, but though he's not from Florida, so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll probability dice for me.
Cool.
Yikes.
Wow. This is starting out well, you guys.
21.
Got it. You're good. Yeah. Trovic, what was your perception check?
14.
Okay. You see no other individuals alongside the beach.
Okay.
It stretches out for quite a ways. I'm going to say, what did you get, a 23? What was it, a 20? What was your perception check again, Trovic?
14.
14. Yeah, you don't see anyone. You don't see any signs of life or anything like that. This sand tends to swallow up any refuse or anything that stays living for long periods of time that stops moving is absorbed into the sand. So you don't really see anything at this point.
Edgar is doing this jump from step by step. He's jumping to one side, then jumping to another side. Just da 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 da.
Sure.
Don't be in one place too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Mandrake would kind of survey the area, having been here before, and kind of see if anything looks odd or different.
Perception check.
Since I'm the only other one who's been here before, and I've got a bird's eye view on it.
Okay.
Next, you have
Can I do a perception as well?
Perception check.
For things that you could see from above.
Yes, you may.
That's a 20, not nat.
20
adjusted.
20 not nat. Okay.
That's a 10.
A 10 total. Okay. Thoey, you're scoping out the place, and you get a little distracted every time there's a little crack of lightning. It draws your head off to the side, and you wonder if Alo may have made the right call here, deciding to just bring himself down a tiny bit. However, Mandrake, as you're sort of scoping out things, you do what you do best. You try to find a high vantage point and try to look at things from a different perspective. Searching the ground and searching the area is what everyone has been doing, so instead you look to the skies. Searching the cloud line, you do see a small portion to the right of where you all are, way down the beach. Hey, one big Uno. Legend Hillary's giving you a +5, dude.
Yeah, thank you, Legend.
You see a portion of the beach that's doing something you've never seen before. It's not storming. The sky is crystalline clear, and it's a ways down, but to your right and further down the shoreline, you see a portion of the sky that is crystal clear.
Okay. So I will point in that direction and say, that's our target.
Are we walking normally? Are we being stealthy? Are we going fast?
Edgar's probably going to continue to do his little hop thing until someone says, "Listen."
A little loud.
Are you a little jangly there, buddy?
Typically.
Okay, so as he's doing his little hoppy jangly thing, I'm gonna pick him up and put him on Humphrey. Just
Edgar, do you let him?
If he can catch me, like in my hop.
I'll say this. Give me contested dex checks, please, kids.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Can you beat my Shaolin shadowboxing?
Not with a 7, I can't.
Yeah, 17.
Edgar is just a little too quick and with his little hopping, and he's been doing cardio, man. It's
been good
all day, every day. He just hops around. So,
all right.
Who's taking the lead on this then?
Mandarin.
I would turn to Edgar and say, perhaps a stealthy approach is our best chance here.
And then Edgar immediately is just going to stop dead in his tracks and just like, I guess we'll have it your way. And he's going to do like that creep, just like.
You're doing the Scooby-Doo sneak. All right, I get it.
Does anyone?
Everyone, give me stealth checks. Edgar, give me your stealth check at advantage because I love the Scooby-Doo sneak.
Oh, God.
11. So not
disadvantage because of my armor.
Yeah, not great.
Hey.
7.
Both of mine were 17, so I got a adjusted 20.
2 on the die.
That's 1 success, 2 failures.
19.
25. A success. Thoey.
You can't.
I'm flying, and my crystalline wings are super sparkly with the lightning, so it would make sense that I would get a nat 1.
That's 2 failures. So instead of a tie.
Wait, is Chris wearing that giant, like, look at me thing?
Flav.
But does that only count in public, though?
You are in public, my dude.
Okay, then that's a disadvantage then. So
it's a straight roll. It's a failure anyway, as Thoey is.
I'm gonna need to put this one.
That would have been a 3.
Okay.
It was my first roll before I said advantage.
Okay. I will say this: you are trying to be stealthy. The gods help you. You are trying to be stealthy as you walk through the sand. However, it is not within the cards as Thoey goes, guys, I see something. Like she screams out, like and like kind of points over in a direction over there, and then if you were to look up in the sky, it would look like this little like twinklet firefly from hell. Like it's flying in the air, and it's this kind of light as the lightning hits it.
Me.
So you're not the stealthiest bunch.
Firefly.
Sorry, Mandrake.
It's a quote from Hook. I had to do it.
Yeah.
So the first thing that happens is the arrow that tries to slam into Thoe. Okay, because as you come over to an area and you see that clear spot of sand, you're going to see a couple of things all at once. There is a clear spot of sand that's about 100 feet in diameter. Like, there's a huge chunk of the sand that is not blackened, it is not purple, there are no chunks in it, and it looks to be that the sky is clear over this huge chunk of sand. However, floating above the sand are these spectral symbols that they're not carved into the sand. It's almost as if someone has written them in the air. Okay? And they are at specific points in the circle. Nyx, you're a little far away, but I tell you what, give me an Arcana check. As you would notice this, or this would be pointed out to you.
Can I help?
Okay, Arcana.
Yes.
Okay, so Nick's taking an advantage.
Okay. 26.
26. This looks like a souped-up, weirded-out version of a teleportation circle. But instead of carving the sigils into the ground, these sigils are floating in the air. Okay? However, because that stealth, the cleric is there. But how's it going, Gamer Travis? Zuli, hi, welcome. Everybody in the chat, I just noticed. Captain Slaymore, hello. So after all this happens, an arrow is going to fly in the air from this direction and land, try to hit Thoe out of the sky. Thoe, that is a 16 to hit with mage armor.
Oh, that's right. I've got my mage armor in. So I forgot to implement my mage armor. So no, that does not.
Okay.
13 plus dex.
Double check. What's your dex?
Yeah, 13 plus dex plus bracers. So it's 16.
So that's
plus
not going to
bracers.
hit.
It doesn't hit.
Okay, so that armor, that arrow is going to clang off of the bracers as the shot is just ill-timed. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative for me. Now, here's how this is going to happen. This is going to happen a few times, kids. So we need to get a little fast with this. So roll that initiative, have that number for me, okay? 20 to 25.
25.
25 for Edgar. Okay. 20 to 15.
20.
18.
17.
Thoe. Olo. Nyx. 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
6.
5 to 1.
I rolled a nat 1, but
Okay.
I have a +4.
So that's there you go. All right, Edgar. A few things happen at once. You see this spot, and there are 5 individuals that turn from what they are doing, that seem to be pacing the circles, hoods up over their heads, that turn to look at the group. None of them are holding a bow at this particular point, but you see these 5 individuals. These 5 individuals are about 50 feet away from you at this point, and they all turn in your direction. Edgar, it is now your turn.
Then I'm gonna well, they're not really being hostile. There's no weapons I can see that are on them.
You do give me a perception check as a free action, my dude.
Okay.
Well, hustle as an arrow flies toward Thoe.
Ooh, thank you. Bountiful luck. Haha, can't roll nat ones. Yay for me. Okay. Perception?
Yes.
That is going to be a 24.
24. They are not holding weapons, but and you cannot see their faces. But you remember that you were supposed to stop some cultists from performing a ritual. So
okay.
Now there is a good chance that this could be a second group of cultists.
Sure.
That are just happen to be at the beach at the same day. Like
We are not the cultists you're looking for.
We're not the cultists.
We're here to raise the puppy flower god. Like
okay, then I guess I will. I'll just take my rapier out and just hold my action. I guess at this point.
What are you holding for?
Just to see, like, if I'm going to continue to move forward, but I want to move like 30 feet forward, I guess, because that's my movement.
Okay, so you're going to cut the
like,
distance, and you're going to hold your
right.
rapier out, and you're going to make an attack with your rapier when...
If they start showing aggression, then, or if they get too close, then I'll just make the attack.
Okay. Do you do anything with your bonus action?
Is that where I can give inspiration?
That is where you can give inspiration.
Then I want to give inspirations to Olo. Yes. Olo is the motto, and the sands above are below our feet. We have 3 cultists near, so I think. So make haste with your wretched wings.
Ratchet.
So I gotta figure. Let's see. Yes, and that is how many inspirations is to you.
D10?
That's a D12 too, buddy.
D12. Hold on to
Yes,
that.
sir.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's your turn, Edgar. Thoe, your turn.
I am going to hold action on a level 3 Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
If they make any sorts of aggressive moves towards us.
If they make an aggressive move, you're going to let loose the Chaos
Yes.
Bolt. Okay. All right. That's Thoe's turn. Olo.
I'm gonna go stab some people.
Yeah.
Stabby stab.
That's my
buddy.
big brother.
Yep.
Okay. What's your flying speed?
75 feet.
Absolutely. You can get right up on one of these cultists. There are 6 of them gathered around the circle. Think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 1, 2, 3, almost like around the edges of this circle. None of them standing in the middle. Would you just take on the first one head on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
That is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
I'm also before the attack. I want to, as I'm flying, the right. Oh my God, why have I forgotten it? The
Castigation?
No, not that one. And I've dropped my dice. I'm just the worst player. Where are my rights? Right of dawn. Right of the dawn.
The Rite of the Dawn. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit one of them, 21. So it's gonna be 3 slashing and 2 radiant.
Okay. 3 slashing,
Okay.
2 radiant. Okay. Doing anything
And
else?
we're gonna move. How far apart are they?
We'll say it's a pretty big circle. We'll say they're about 15 feet apart.
All right, I'll move and strike my second attack against another one of them.
Okay. You'll take an attack of opportunity.
I have mobile, so I will not.
You will not be taking an attack of opportunity. There you go. Go ahead.
16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
All right. 4 slashing, 6 radiant.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Cool. Perception 12.
Great. It is the cultist's turn, unless you got anything else you're going to do.
I've still got 10 feet. Nah, it's fine.
Okay, so you're on the second one along the edge. All 6 of them are going to take Captain Slaymore. You're the best, dude. Thank you so much. Go ahead and give a +5 to a player of your choice, dude, for those bits. We appreciate you. The cultists are all going to do the same thing. They're going to reach beside them and take out... at least the 3 up front are. The ones in the back are going to do the same as well. They are going to take rectangular boxes out from inside their robes. They are going to use their bonus action to wind those rectangular boxes, and they are going to throw those rectangular boxes. The 3 of them are going to throw them to try to cut the distance to where Edgar and the rest of the party is. The other ones are going to throw the boxes behind them. As you hear music, as these boxes seem to be emanating a faint sound of music that tends to pick up in volume as it hits the patch of sand that is darkened with the bits of bone in it, away from the area of the sand that is clear. Okay. It is up to you whether you interpret that as an aggressive act.
At this point, we know we need to stop these cultists, and they've already been hit. So yeah,
Sure.
that's aggressive.
Give me a chaos bolt.
super
2 of them
aggressive.
have been hit by Alo.
All right. That's a. Why did I use that one? This one was already in jail. 13. That's 13 to hit. That misses.
That chaos bolt hits.
It does?
Yep.
Whew,
Thoey,
okay.
give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, that's a 5.
Great. Roll that damage.
I do the thing that I can do. I restore balance.
Okay. So roll another perception check.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay. You don't know why. He steps in front of it. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, on the chaos. No.
Yeah.
Oh, roll the damage now. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm so sorry. I did not have that prepped.
It's okay.
6. Okay. It's 2d8. I should have had these out.
No,
And my
that
D6.
Nyx, it is your turn next.
Okay.
Okay.
My d8s match. Yay! Okay. So it bounces.
Okay. Who were you aiming at?
One of those guys who was damaged.
Okay. The first one.
The first one that
Yeah.
was damaged. Okay, so that was. I'm so glad I did this as a level 3. 7, 9, 15 points
Okay.
of. Oh gosh. 3. 15 points of fire damage.
Okay. That one
Makes sense.
drops, hits the ground.
Okay. And so it bounces.
He's immolated at that point.
Okay.
Do you
and-
have to make another attack roll? If you roll the same number, the chaos
Yeah, new
leaves.
attack roll.
So
Yeah.
you need to make a new attack roll.
New target. Yeah. So that is a 6.
Nope. Make a new attack roll.
Oh, got it. I see. what
Hold
you're
on to
doing.
that
I'm gonna
damage.
hold
That's
on
fine.
to those. Yeah. That's an 11 plus. That's 21.
Yes,
to hit.
that hits.
That's 6, 7, 8, 14, 17 points of poison damage.
Okay, that one drops as well. His skin turning a green color as foam begins to pour out of his mouth. And that one, the one next to you, Olo, the one drops to the ground next to you. Got it. All right, Nyx, your turn. You've got a music box not too far away from you that is just throwing out some jams into the sand.
Okay. So the first 2 guys are both out.
The first 2 guys are both out.
They got taken out pretty easily. I don't feel good about that.
Nyx, I'm going to try to find a nice way to say this. You don't know that they got taken out too. I mean, I'm down for a perception check. These guys are 50 yards away. Alo just wailed on 2 of them and a chaos bolt. So I will support your play here, but for you, be
Nah,
careful.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. I'll cast Vitrolic Sphere centered on one of the far away ones, and it has a 20-foot radius, so it should catch 2 more.
Absolutely.
Inside of it.
Is this an attack roll or is this a saving throw?
They make a dex save. It's at 18, and
They
they'll
fail.
take half if they. Oh, okay. So that's going to be 29 poison, and then they'll take another 5d4 at the end of their next turn since they failed.
All right, 2 more near the back are taken out from the poison damage, hitting the ground at that particular point in the circle. There you go. Now you can give me a perception check, Nyx.
Okay. It's a nat 1, so
Everything is awesome.
It's great. I don't even know anything.
Trovik, it is you, and this seems oddly appropriate to me, that feels the ground begin to rumble at your feet.
Oh, bollocks. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nyx, you did not move on your turn, correct?
Nah.
Okay. So
I'm good.
your feet sink into the sand. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Thoey's in the air. Alo moved on his turn. Like Edgar has been hopping, but you and Edgar moved on his turn. But because you didn't move, your feet sink into the sand just a bit. Okay. It's going to mean that this terrain is difficult terrain for you.
Oh, okay. That's
okay. Trovik.
All right. I am going to. How far away are the boxes from me? Because I would have seen an object flying toward us
You would
and
have
landing
seen
in the sand.
3.
Right.
I'd say they're at various points. They're all about how many feet do you think they would throw it? You're 50 feet away. Boxes. They're all about 35 feet away from you at various
35.
points.
Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm going to get about 15 feet away from them.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Conjure Barrage, my target being the boxes.
Okay. You're going to hit all of them at the same time.
I'm taking my hand hammer and throwing it and just having that multiply.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it just goes. It just goes. You guys watch as Trovik throws his hand axe and it goes wide. Now you conjure a barrage of these axes, correct?
Hammers? Yes.
Of hammers. Okay.
They're my little blacksmithy hammers.
Okay. What is the cone?
It's a 60-foot wide.
Great. That's all I need to know. As a cavalcade of hammers pound into the ground and the boxes. Correct? Like they strike as if with a physical force, as there is a loud as if somebody's taken a hammer and just started slamming the ground really hard. The music boxes stop. Okay, as it's enough damage. It's at one point, and they're not going to make a dex save. So that is your action. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to continue moving another 15 feet after I throw.
Okay.
To get towards the center, and then I'm going to have Humphrey use his movement and action to dash, so he's at pace with Olo for my bonus action.
Okay. Yes, you can absolutely do that. So Olo, your robot dog is right there alongside of you. Okay. Yeah. Mandrake.
Okay, so how many of the cultists are still up?
2 have been taken out. 2 in the back. There's 2 more left.
Okay, and all the boxes are around, but they've stopped making any sound.
No, the ones that have been thrown behind you all. So, like, some got thrown ahead, some got thrown behind. You'd have to fly past the circle, get past these 2 other cultists that are gathered around the circle, and specifically go for those boxes. Right now, those boxes are about 75 feet away.
75 feet? Okay. Okay. I am... this is a new spell. I haven't used it yet. Hold on 1 second.
Mandrake, I'll say this. Right as you were contemplating what you were doing, that the ground is shaking even more so. Everybody would be cognizant of the ground beneath your feet, with the exception of Olo, shaking around them. Thoey, you would not see this, but you would look down and you would see everybody sort of vibrating a little bit as the ground beneath them is starting to shake.
Okay. Would I have noticed that it intensified after Trovik hit the other boxes?
Absolutely. Almost as if it could sense the tremors.
Yeah. I would...
Come Come on, buddy.
I would move 20 feet
Okay.
closer to what's going on, and then I would hold magic missile at level 3,
Okay.
focused on the other 3 boxes.
You're gonna. What are you waiting for?
An intensification of the tremors, or
If the tremors intensify, you're going to shoot the magic missile at the 3 remaining boxes.
yeah.
Okay, got it. That is Mandrake's turn, and at the end of Mandrake's turn, that is when the worms are going to pop out. About the size of, plural, about the size of Volkswagen bugs. You see 1, 2, 3. They are large, they are purple, they have rows of teeth in them, and they are going to pop out of the ground not too far away from where the music boxes were thrown and the hand axes hit the ground. So as these 3 worms pop out, they're all going to make separate attacks. The first worm is going to make an attack on Mandrake. All right, buddy. It's going to pop out of the ground right next to you, and it's going to bite down. Try to bite down. That's a 14.
Misses.
14 misses. All right. Okay. Next, it's going to go after Edgar. 19, Edgar.
That hits.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, my dude, as you take...
That is going to be a 15.
You take 8 points of piercing damage, and you manage to push against this thing's mouth with a 15 and are not swallowed by it. As this little creature was trying to bite down and just kind of like tilt its head upward, you kick those little legs as fast as you can, and try not to get in the way, not to go further down its mouth. Though he's in the air, Olive's there. Trovik.
What's up?
Trovik, 19 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, so you've got a worm on you, Edgar. You've got a worm on you, and Mandrake, you have a worm on you, which is going to bring us back to the top of the initiative order with Edgar.
Oh man. Okay, so if I'm in this thing's mouth, then I want to use my Hellfire Rapier inside and try to like cut myself loose.
You're not in the mouth.
You're not in the mouth, buddy.
Oh,
you
cool,
got
cool.
you got bitted. You got bitted real bad.
I'm down. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Then if I'm down, then I'm gonna hit him then with my rapier. But then I said I can use like my psychic blades. So do I have to roll like my damage for my rapier first, and then add what it says my 8d6 psychic damage on top of it?
8d6 psychic damage?
Yeah, it burns one of his inspirations to do it, but yeah.
Right.
That's a lot of.
That is a lot of damage. Yeah. You tell me, buddy, because I know very little about psychic blades right now. So you basically make an attack, you burn an inspiration.
And deal an extra 8d6 psychic damage to the target. And you can only do it once per round on your turn.
As I understand it, it's a bit like Smite, so he can choose to use the Whisper the blades as you hit, after you hit.
He's got to hit it. All right, give me an attack roll with the blade first.
Okay, so with the blade, that is going to be a 18 to hit.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll the damage for that.
Okay, so for the damage, that is going to be 8 points of damage with just the rapier.
Okay.
And using the psychic blades, that's 8d6. Let me just make sure that's the right thing. 1, 2, 3.
Can I borrow a couple of them?
Yeah, yes, you may. And that is going to be an additional. Come on. Wow. Come on. 42 points of damage.
an additional 42 points of damage. All right.
Just because my 8 wasn't good enough yet.
No.
It wasn't good enough.
Okay, you guys watch as Edgar strikes out with the blades, and this thing kind of recoils back and gives this guttural. But that is nothing compared to the screams as Edgar's words form these blades above the creature that slam into its sides. Because of that, Edgar, it's going to slash out with its tail towards you. That is a 27 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Buddy, I need a con save from you as you take 5 points of damage.
Con save. That is going to be a 16.
16 makes it, so you are only going to take. You're only going to take 7 points of poison damage on top of all that.
You got it.
Okay.
See.
All right. Oof. Great turn, buddy. That's 50 points of damage with those psychic blades. All right. You doing anything with your movement?
I'm going to dash away.
Okay. You'll take an attack of opportunity.
I just don't want to sink in the sand. I guess
I'll say this: you can move around to the other side of this thing, and it counts as
Okay.
you're not going to break the plane here.
Right, yeah, I just want to move so I'm not sinking in the sand.
Helping and panicking is always a free action here on Indigo Chameleon. Captain Slaymore. All right, that's Edgar's turn. Thoe, you're still up in the air, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to take a moment to remember I'm a frickin' sorcerer with meta magic and actually use it this time.
Okay.
So I'm going to start out with a 3rd level Chaos Bolt. I am going to use a sorcery point to make it empowered so I can reroll up to 5 of those dice.
Roll your wild magic for your last chaos.
I already did.
Okay, no. Okay, roll. Give
And
me
it
an
was
attack roll. What are you aiming
Okay,
at?
so I'm aiming at one of those worms.
Okay.
Let's say worm number 1, whatever.
The one that's fighting
Yeah.
against Edgar, Trovic,
Sure,
or Nyx? Edgar.
Okay, so that is a 28 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right. Oh, look. Okay, it did it again. It's 2 5s.
Okay. No, I believe you.
I know. I know, but it was really good. So I'm only going to re-roll 3 of those because
Okay.
the other ones are really good. Okay. So that first hit is going to be 15 plus 10, 25 points of. It's whatever 5 is. Lightning damage.
Okay, 25 points of lightning damage. Roll
Yep.
for wild magic.
Wild magic is 13. That's
Okay.
right. So second hit, I'm gonna go to worm number 2. That's the one on Nyx, right?
Okay.
Okay. That is a 20, dirty 20.
That hits.
I can stack. I know I can stack meta magic. Can I stack the empowered a second time? Use a second sorcery point for that because I was going to do quicken spell so that I could do a cantrip afterwards. But can I stack?
I will say the trade is if you're tapping into that side of your ancestry, then you need to roll for wild magic on this second attack.
That's
as well.
okay too. 10.
Okay. Yes. So,
Okay, so I can re-roll up to 5. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to re-roll these 2. Look at that. They match again.
okay.
So that is 15 plus 16, 31 points of whatever 8 is. 31 points of thunder damage.
31 points of thunder damage. Okay.
Third hit. Let's hit that third worm. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's that. That is a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. And it's a 10 on wild magic.
Okay.
That is a. I'm keeping the 6, keeping the 5, keeping the 6.
So you're empowering this one as
keeping
well.
5, yep.
You're doing
Might as well
quickened
keep
and
doing it.
empowered for.
No, I was going to use quickened. When I didn't know that I was going to be able to do this many times, I was going to use quickened to do a cantrip at the end
Got it.
to
okay.
make it a bonus action.
All right.
So I'm only re-rolling one of those. Okay, so that is 10, 16, 12, 22, 25 points of 6 poison damage.
Okay, a total of 81 points of
Yes.
damage. That's enough.
I was going to use quicken spell to make my bonus action with
Do
the
it.
cantrip.
Do it. You burned through all those sorcery points.
Yeah, it's only a total of 5 sorcery points by the end of it.
1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4.
1, 2, 3,
4,
and then 4, 5.
Yeah,
Yep.
do it.
Okay. So, are all the worms are still up, right?
Oh God, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to worm number 1 with frostbite.
Okay.
Because it's a bonus action now rather than a full action.
Yeah.
It needs to make a con save of 18.
Okay. It fails.
Okay, that's 3d6. 12 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And I'm not rolling wild magic because that's a cantrip. And I will get rid of those sorcery points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Are you doing anything with your movement? You just floating in the air?
I'm just gonna keep flying.
Perfect. That's Thoe's turn. Otto.
All right. So where am I in relation to the one that attacked Trovic?
Trovic cut the distance, as far as I know. He sent Humphrey ahead of you. This thing is 20. If I've done my math correctly, Trovic tried to cut the distance as much as he could. So this thing is 20 feet away from you, and so is the worm as well.
Okay. And where's the one near Edgar?
The one near Edgar, I would say it's still within a span of like 35 feet. They're all in kind of a little cluster at the center of this area. So 35 feet. Trovic's a little closer to you, with 20-something feet. Like,
I'm gonna fly to the one near Edgar.
Okay.
And then immediately fly to the one attacking Trovic and attack that one.
So you're gonna fly at Edgar and attack his, and then fly over to the other one?
I'm not going to attack his. I'm going to fly at Edgar's, and then I'm going to fly to Trovic's, taking the attack of opportunity from Edgar's.
You want to take the attack of opportunity from Edgar's?
I do.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Would that then give an attack of opportunity to the worm?
Yes, it does.
The whole point. I know what he's doing now. I got it.
20 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Okay, cool.
It misses.
Does gently miss. Innocent panicked boy. Okay. I'm going to swing at the one by Trovic.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark it with a brand of castigation.
Got it.
Okay. Cool. That is they're both 15s to hit. Actually, I'm gonna roll the inspiration die, so that brings it from a 15 to a 26 on one of them.
That hits. Both of those hit.
Well, one of them, they both hit at 15.
So we hit with a 14 on one of her chaos bolts.
Damn. Okay, that's on me. Cool. Let's see. So that's gonna be.
This is not anybody that has a knowledge of the world. This is not the normal sized purple worms. Okay? I'll say if you have a proficiency in nature, as a free action right now, you can give me a nature check. This has nothing to do with the arcane. These are just little baddies that run around. So if you're proficient in nature, yeah. No. Cool.
15?
15? Yeah. They're big. They're big and they're terrifying, and these will eat you bad, but they're not the normal sized.
Okay, so that's going to be 22 slashing.
22 slashing.
12, 15, 17 radiant.
17 radiant. Oof, doof.
And it has been marked.
Marked. Got it. It is now the cultist turn. The two of them are going to send. They are going to. Oh,
There's
sorry.
two of them left out. Yeah.
There are two cultists alive. Thoe, one of them is going to cast up at you with a really simple spell. I need you.
Counterspell.
Okay. At what level?
4th.
Okay. As that spell is countered, I need you to give me a save for the other one that cast a spell.
When you said simple spell, it scared me.
Sure. I need a strength saving throw.
Oh, is this the first save of the night?
This is the
It is.
first save of the night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Grim.
Grim.
Strength saving throw, please.
Good, because I have a -1 to strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 8 minus 1 is 7 plus 5 is 12.
That is not going to do it, as Stoey, you are earthbound.
Yeah.
This,
Oh, I love that game.
it is amazing. Congratulations, you're all Nest. We're all Nest together.
Slaymore, you got me a +5 too? I missed that. Thank you.
Now,
No, I can't use it now.
the question is, do you want to burn both? Not knowing what the spell save DC is. What were you at before?
12.
You were at a 12. You can burn this +5, or you can hold on to it.
Two at once. No, it's fair. Go ahead and let me be earthbound, and then I'll.
Good. The DC
I'll
was
save
18.
it.
That was a good call. You watch as yellow strips of energy reach out from the earth and wrap around you, and start to drag you back down to the earth. Your flying speed is reduced to 0 feet. Okay. You are going to descend at about 60 feet per round, from the air, just down. So, by the time you start up, you're going to be bound to the earth.
Fun.
Until the spell ends. Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. That is going to be both the cultist turns. Nyx, your turn, buddy.
Few questions. How big are the worms?
Volkswagen bus. Like, you would have no concept of like how big like a Volkswagen bus is, like, but like a bus, like a van or something like that, like a big old van.
So like 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Okay.
I would call them large.
Large.
And then are there worms like real close to me, or are they interacting with other people?
He's close enough to reach out and touch you, buddy. He's close enough to like take a big old chomp.
Great.
Thank you, Magna.
Not a fan of that. I'm going to cast, and then how close are the other ones to me? The other worms and the cultists, just so I can.
I will. The cultist, no one has touched. The cultists are about 40 feet away from you.
40 feet, okay.
Mandrake, Alo, and Trovik are all up in it with one of these worms. So they are right up there in melee range. Edgar is close. All of the worms are within 10 feet of one another.
Okay. I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike then and hit all 3 of the worms.
Okay.
So that's going
great.
to be.
I need attack rolls, or is it saving throws?
No, it's no, I just attack. So 30.
A 30 to hit?
Yes. Does that hit?
Yeah. What are you using for your Steel Wind Strike, my dude?
And then
Hang on.
is going to be.
Nyx.
Yeah.
Part of the spell.
Sorry.
Part of the spell component for this, I believe, is the weapon that you are using. Am I wrong about this? What is the weapon you are using?
I'll take out my. Is taking out a weapon an action?
It is not an action. You can draw or stow
Okay,
a weapon.
I'll draw a knife then, and then do that.
Okay. So you're gonna use just a little like a knife, and then you're gonna do Steel Wind Strike, and that's the spell component that you're using. Got it. That sounds great. A 30 hits.
Okay. 44 force damage.
44 or 4d4?
44.
44 against the one that's right up against you. Got it. Do you need to make? Do you need to make separate attack for all of them?
Does this only hit one?
No,
I
no,
thought I
no.
hit more than one.
You hit more than one. I just didn't know if you need to make an attack roll for all of them. You're just making a collective.
Oh no, it says choose up to 5. Make a melee spell attack against each target. Okay.
Yep.
So I gotta make more. Sorry about that.
You must have rolled insanely well on 6d10
That's
to get
another 30 and a 15.
another 30 and a 15. Okay, Alo and Trovic, the one next to you, dies.
Okay, cool.
The other one next to Nyx looks rough. And the one next to Edgar is looking kind of beat up, but not bad. That's your action. Nyx, you doing... No, Mandrake, hang on. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
There was
Now,
one
with that
next to me.
spell, I do teleport around, and then I can choose a space to teleport to as long as it's within 5 feet of one of the enemies I hit.
Correct.
Will that get me out of the ground, or will I sink?
That will get you out of
Because
the
if
ground. You're moving.
Okay, then that's all I need to do.
Mandrake, go ahead.
I thought there was one next to me because it tried to bite me and it missed me.
Yes. But he just kind of walked forward, bamfed, and smacked around and stuff like that.
Okay, I was just confused. I'm like, wait, I thought I had a worm.
No, but he's making melee attacks. So Mandrake, the one next to you, is still up. The one next to Edgar is also still up.
Got it. I was just confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Trovic, it is your turn.
All right, next closest worm to me is by Edgar, if I'm picturing this in my head, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'll go help the music man. All right, so I am going to move forward and take my fancy warhammer, and I'm gonna smack me a worm.
Do it. Smack the worm.
Feels like
Favorite
a
carnival
or something. That is a 26 to hit for the first strike.
26 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, gonna throw an arcane jolt on here.
Okay.
14, 18, 19, 22, 28 points. 7 of which was psychic.
Ooh, it's looking rough.
Second hit. 21 to hit on that one.
Okay. That hits. Roll damage.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 points of damage on the second hit.
Oh, splattered.
Nice.
Okay. That would have taken me, because he was 35 feet away, and no, he was 15 feet away because he was 35 feet from Olo. So I'm gonna move the other 15 feet and try to get within range of the one next to Mandrake.
Do it. It's looking rough.
Okay. Bonus action: command Humphrey to take down one of the cultists.
What do you have? You just have him to run forward and make an attack?
Yep. I'm gonna have him move forward and use force empowered rend.
All right. Do a damage roll. You don't even need to make an attack roll.
Got it. All right. 17.
17 points of damage.
Force damage, yeah.
Yep. Still up at this point, but Humphrey's kind of towering over them.
Cool.
Mandrake.
Okay, so who is within 10 feet of me other than this worm?
Trovic now.
Hi.
Trovic.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
So I've never used my hat this way, so I want to know if I can.
Sure.
Oh no, that's dumb. I'm not doing that. Never mind. I changed my mind. I pull out my rapier.
I'm happy to be here. Okay.
I pull out my rapier and take a swipe at the worm in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an attack roll. He's looking rough.
Yeah. 20.
Hits.
7.
That hits.
27 to hit. Okay. So D8 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. And is that with sneak attack, since you have an ally within that many feet of you?
I forgot to roll sneak attack, so I'll do that now. 1, 2,
Buddy, you don't even have to. How do you want to do this?
4, 5.
Hey!
I will stick the rapier in his mouth and drive the blade down, cutting him in half.
Cool. There is another gurgly cry as the carcass of the worm falls over.
Real Hercules stuff.
Okay. Edgar, give me a perception check, buddy.
Yay, perception. That is going to be. Oh, well, that's a nat 20, so.
Bro, you did it. You killed the worms. But the ground hasn't stopped rumbling.
Oh.
There's one cultist left. And over the wind, you hear the faint sounds of music.
Okay. And how close am I to this cultist?
I would say, based on you're about 40 feet away from this cultist.
Okay, well then, then I want to survey the area and see if there's another music bar. Right? No.
There's a couple behind him. Like they kind of threw it behind them, like so past.
Okay.
Like.
Then, shoot. And Humphrey's still up by the cultist, right?
Yeah, he's on top of them, tearing them up.
Damn. Okay, well then, if there's one that's left, then Edgar would cast Blight on one of the cultists.
Got it.
And that's at level 4, so that's 8d8 with the con save of 18.
He fails to save.
All right, damage time.
Roll that damage, buddy.
Damn. Edgar's eyes go black, bam, and that's 30 points of damage, of psychic damage.
That cultist falls.
Eat it.
Now.
I'm sorry, that's necrotic damage.
When that cultist falls, the rumbling increases. Thoe, you're staring down at the ground.
Okay.
As the babies have all been taken care of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was afraid of this.
Babies.
Yep.
They're so cute.
And Mom burst forth from the ground.
That tracks.
Mom is a gargantuan monstrosity. This is the largest thing that you see. It is so large that as it erupts from the ground, it is in its sitting position about the size of a building, and it's looking at you because it is at least 10 feet tall as you are lowering to the ground. You pass it as it comes up. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to say that it is its turn with its initiative, but this is what you see as... No, that spell would have dropped. So you were kind of floating in the air at the halfway point, okay?
Okay.
That cultist dropped. So now we get into Mom territory.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Don't like.
All right.
And it's my turn?
No, it's its turn. It's Mom's turn. Mom is going to attack you, Thoe. So that with its 10-foot reach,
I wanted to attack first.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I need a dexterity saving throw as you take. Hang on. 8. Ooh, 15. 19 plus 9, 18 points of piercing damage. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That would be. Hang on a minute.
Yes, Trovik.
How far away is Thoe from me?
I'll be nice and say 15 feet away.
Flash of Genius, add 5.
Add 5 to this dex save.
Then that is a 14 plus 3 is 17 plus 5 is 22.
22. You managed to not be swallowed by this thing. It's going to make its second attack against you.
I still have a plus 1. I'm slightly more. Thank you. Okay,
we're gonna
that's
blood curse the eyeless on that one.
Okay,
What?
so this attack is made at disadvantage, correct?
No, because they changed it and it sucks.
Oops.
Okay.
I roll one of my Hemocraft die and subtract that from the attack roll.
Okay, it is a 25 to hit.
Roll high, buddy.
So 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Does that hit?
It does. I'm
As
supposed to make
it's-
a dex save, though, right?
Nope, not for this
No?
one. The tail just comes up and slams into you.
Hang on
piercing
a
your-
minute. No, because I am going to bend luck. Wait,
22 to hit.
It was a 22 to hit. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. That's dumb.
Okay.
Because yeah, I can't. Yeah.
You sure?
Yes, because I would roll a d4, and the unlikeliness of me rolling a 4 on that d4.
12 points. Nope. 21 points. Another 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I need a con save. No, you just automatically take this. Oh, no. Con save, please.
Okay. Oh, con is good for me. 14 plus 8. 22.
Okay. You are only going to take half of this damage. So you're only going to take another 20 points of poison damage.
I don't like Mama Worm.
What?
I actually have to leave.
Season wrap. It's been great. It's been so great.
I don't think you understand what only means and how to use it in a
Well,
sentence.
now she made me mad.
So that was 20 poison. That was like another 20 from
Yeah.
that. And then the bite attack hit.
Okay.
So how many hit points are you down?
I am now down 25 hit points. No, 45
No,
hit points.
45.
45
That
hit
sounds
points.
about
Yes, I'm down
better
45.
to me. Okay.
That's okay.
Shazam.
All right.
Sounds better than one of us.
There you
Jeez.
go. All right. That is the worm's turn. Thoe, it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm really mad. I want to turn Mama Worm into a cute little baby worm
Okay.
with polymorph.
Got it.
So not only
Clarify this. Is it like an earthworm or is it like a baby version of her?
No, just the cutest little baby earthworm little thingy. Except not an earthworm, because earthworms burrow down into the soil. So I want it to just be a flat, floppy,
A slug.
Cool.
sluggy worm. Okay, so it's a wisdom save of 18. However, I'm also going to bend luck. I'm going to use sorcery.
Before you do this,
Okay.
what level are you casting it at?
Of polymorph?
Yeah.
It's a, let me go back to that screen. Polymorph is it's a 4th level, yeah.
Cool. It is counterspelled.
Oh, well, fine.
Cool.
Cool. Well then,
Cool.
I will use sorcery points and quicken spell to at least hit her with something. All I can do is a cantrip now. I'm gonna crankily.
Go ahead and roll the wild magic for the counterspell.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay.
This is going to be a quickened ray of frost,
Okay.
which won't do nearly as much damage as the other one would have, but that is a nat 20 on it.
Okay.
So, do you want me to double my 3D, roll 68s, or double my dice on it?
Double your roll. So whatever
Double
you
my
roll.
Okay, then I'm going to also use another sorcery point to empower that spell so that I can re-roll some of them.
Okay.
Oh, and I kind of rolled high. That one's a gamble. I'm gonna roll anyway. That did worse. Oh well.
What did you?
It was a 4, and it went because it was right in between.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
re-rolled it, and I got a 2. Oh well. 8, 14, 15, 16. So that's 32 points
Yep.
of cold damage.
32 points. Okay. You watch as Thoe cast a ray of frost at this worm, and it doesn't notice it.
Yeah, okay.
It's so big at this point, like if she slams into the side of this, it does not react. And this thing is gargantuan in size. Like this thing is massive.
Thank you, Indigo Gma.
Thank you, Indigo Gma. You're the best.
I'll use that the next time when it doesn't counterspell me.
It has no hands. It did not counterspell you.
Oh, there's something else.
Great. That was Thoe's turn. Now
So he's gonna panic as a free action.
you are always welcome to do that. Alo, your turn.
Great. We're gonna swing at it twice. We're just gonna fly straight up to it and just stab it a couple of times.
Smack it in the face.
That is a 27 to hit, and the other one is higher than that.
Yes, both of those hit.
Cool. That's gonna be 7. So 25 slashing and 9 radiant.
Yes. 27, 9 radiant. So 36 total.
Yes.
Jeez. Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action to Blood Curse of Bloated Agony. It begins to painfully swell for the next minute. It has disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Okay.
At the end of each of its turns for this minute, it can make a Constitution saving throw DC 17 to end the curse.
As an action, or just at the end of its turn?
At the end of its turn.
Got it. Okay. That is your turn, Edgar, Thoe, Alo. It is the cultist's turn. Who is clumsy?
They're still up?
Oh!
Yes. There is
Oh!
There's one up.
There's one
I forgot about that guy.
up.
Dang.
Darn it.
He is going to take a page out of somebody else's book, and he is going to throw a fireball up in the air and have it come slamming down on himself and Humphrey.
Oh, come on! Humphrey's a good boy.
Humphrey is a very good boy, and when he does this, let's give Humphrey the dex save that he deserves.
Yep. Well, he doesn't make the save because the save, as I recall, is 18, and he rolled a 15.
Okay, so Humphrey's going to take full damage on this one.
Yep.
Humphrey takes 11, 60, 32 points of fire damage. Okay. The cultist...
I have no chance. I am not happy.
The cultist is immolated in fire, and there is a pop as the ritual kicks off, full force, as all of the cultists have died. And with that, not too far away on the other side of the circle, the second worm will rise out of the ground.
Oh,
So
gosh.
Mom and Dad are now here. As another giant worm appears in the space, let's go ahead and roll initiative for this guy with a nat 20. That's going to put him near the top of the initiative order again. Which is kind of good for you guys as this thing starts tunneling in the ground towards you all as you have Mom and Dad here now.
Okay.
With the spark of this ritual kicking off. That is the cultist turn. Nyx, it's now your turn.
So you said the other worm is tunneling, so they're underground, or are they above ground?
They are tunneling. Like you hear this yell as it kind of pops out of the ground and then like goes back in. Like it goes boom, boom, and then starts. You would see the crest of it coming over in your direction.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna cast Illusory Dragon.
Okay. Tell me about Illusory Dragon.
I'll send you all the info because there's a lot, but it's pretty much a imaginary dragon that is going to scare them and attack them.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to be a wisdom save of 18 to not be frightened of the dragon if they can see it. So I guess Dad's underground, so he probably won't, but the other one will.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know if this thing can see. In the typical sense that you are projecting this illusion at.
Oh.
So, do me a favor and read Read this spell to me.
Okay. When the illusion appears, any of your enemies that can see it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. If the frightened creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have a line of sight, it can repeat the saving throw. As bonus action, I can move it 60 feet.
Unfortunately, yeah, thank you. Unfortunately, Nyx, this thing doesn't see. This thing has blind sight. It senses like vibrations of the ground and tremor sense, and everybody else playing the game. Help me out if I'm wrong here, and I'm open to an argument here. Would this thing be able to see? Because in my understanding, it's a tremor.
Like a naked mole rat.
Worms don't have eyes, right?
But illusion spells don't always just have sight.
Don't, but this one does. It specifically says you have to be able to see, and it says it in the spell.
Worms do not have eyes, ears, or teeth.
It says it to be
If
right.
These worms have teeth.
Some flatworms have simple eyes that can detect light, but they can't see like things.
But can illusion spells still hit something even if it doesn't notice it?
Specifically, no. It's an illusion spell. You have to be able to see it. So I'm going to go with my gut here and say that there's a lot of things that can affect this thing, but a giant dragon, unfortunately, is not going to do a lot for this particular.
That is fine then.
I'm so sorry, pal.
No, that's fine.
It's not considered a creature. I've got a DM clarification.
You want me to choose something else, or
no? Unfortunately, you have an illusory.
I'm fine if I use it.
Yeah, you have an illusory dragon in this space.
Great. That's fine.
A blind sight doesn't allow a creature to distinguish color or visual contrast. It cannot read. Deafening attacks. I don't know. And Alo, any.
Hang on here.
It's made from the Shadowfell. It's just made of shadow.
Okay, to keep things going, I'm going to say that it does not affect this thing. I got to make the call as the DM.
There we go. That's helpful.
No.
Jeremy Carver, blind sight lets you perceive your surroundings, including environment, yet a phenomenon that impedes only sight doesn't work against blind sight. You'd essentially perceive a person in heavy fog as if they were surrounded by static. It's not going to do it.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Then
Thank
I'll just move on that stuff.
Niannial, thank you.
Niannial, thank you. You take a +5 that you can assign to a player of your choice. We appreciate your help on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut here and say that it has no effect on the creature, Nyx. You doing anything with your bonus action?
That's pretty much all I could do, so I'm just gonna move then, just so I'm not stuck in the sand.
Yeah. Okay. Take a step back away from this thing. That is Nyx's turn. Trovik.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to use my bonus action to command Humphrey to come over to me. I'm going to move over in melee with Mama Worm.
Okay, melee with Mama Worm.
Yep. And time to keep swishing worms.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so with my awakened hammer, that is a crit on the die.
Do it. Yeah, give me that crit damage.
Sweet. I hope you don't mind some arcane jolt thrown in there just for flavor.
Not at all.
All right, so that is 8, 10, 14, 20. Actually, no, wait. 26, 29, 30 points. So 60 points of damage for the first hit.
Okay.
And oh, that's not great. That's a 17 to hit.
It's all right. Hang on. Let's Yeah.
what happens.
Go ahead. So that what was that attack? I'm so sorry, Trovic.
17 for the second hammer.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Bonus action for Humphrey to take a force of powered rend on this thing as well,
Okay.
and that is an adjusted 20 for Humphrey.
20's gonna hit. Yeah, roll some damage.
That is 11 points of force damage from Humphrey.
11 points of force damage. Okay.
Cool.
All
And
set.
that is it for my turn.
That's Trovic's turn. Mandrake, we are up to you, dude.
Okay. So Daddy Worm is under the ground. Yeah.
You can just see the crest of his head as it's barreling towards you all. Looks like he might get here after your turn.
Okay. Can I see his mouth?
You cannot.
Okay. Then.
You could hold an action and wait till you see his mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out that polymorph potion that I got.
Okay.
That we don't really know what it polymorphs into.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, I'm gonna hold an action until I can see his mouth, and then shove it in there. Or
Okay.
Try to throw it in there.
You're gonna throw it. This will be an attack roll where you're taking the potion and throwing it, and this is high risk, high reward right now.
Right.
Okay. And you're gonna wait until it opens its mouth to bite someone.
I'm gonna start running in its direction.
Okay.
So that when it comes out of the sand and its mouth opens,
Okay.
I can, I understand, like, it's probably not going to make much of a difference between throwing it and shoving it.
Yeah, you got to understand. Well, it does make a big difference. Shoving your arm inside an open, gaping maw that is gigantic is different from you giving a little toss.
Yeah. So would you allow a dex save to jump over him and drop the potion in his mouth?
Yes, knowing that it'll be a high DC, and if you fail, you cannot jump 10 feet in the air, my dude. This is a flying maneuver. This thing is 10 feet tall.
Right, yeah.
But so I will give you this dex save, but if you fail this, you will be jumping in the mouth as well. You're going to be running at this thing, and if you fail, you're jumping into the open mouth.
Okay. Is it a dex save, or can I use acrobatics?
It'll be
to jump from the lip to the forehead to over.
If you grant the first attack against you at disadvantage, at advantage for the creature, then yes.
Let me check one thing real fast. I think I'm good with that.
You've already used that ability. I don't know how many times you get it.
Oh no, I totally have used it one time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Okay, got it. So Mandrake turns in a dead sprint and just goes running towards the worm. It's the worm's turn. It's going to make a bite attack at Mandrake. Okay.
Okay.
At advantage, are you going to use your reaction to cancel that out?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay. So you cancel it out, so it's just a straight up hit.
Straight up roll. Yeah.
Okay. 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check right now.
24.
24. Okay. You can either go in the mouth and the potion goes with you, or you take the bite damage and the potion goes flying off to the side.
I'll dive in.
Okay. You got a coin?
I can grab one. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Go grab a coin. Mandrake is jumping into the open mouth of the worm.
We've seen him do crazy things before.
I gotta make this so complicated.
I felt it only fitting that I used the 500 coin, being that we just got to 1,000.
All right. All right.
My dude.
Flip that coin, my dude.
Okay, so it landed indigo 500 side up.
Okay, heads. All right, so here's what happens. Here's what happens. I need to make a wisdom save. Okay? Here's what happens. Mandrake, you are going to take 66, 3d8, 9. You're going to take 34 points of damage, okay, as this thing's teeth grind against you as Mandrake jumps straight into this thing's jaws. However, when he jumps, he's shoving the potion into its mouth as well, okay? Immediately, this thing is going to start to polymorph, okay?
Yes.
As it polymorphs,
Oh, crap.
as it polymorphs, it's around Mandrake.
Right.
So it's going to explode outward, and it's going to take damage, but you've negated this turn for it. It doesn't get the 2 attacks, okay?
Okay.
So before you as a giant worm, as it explodes outward, because you're in the mouth, and like I can't imagine it shrinking down and then popping because it's shrinking down around your mouth. You would see the slight form of a indigo chameleon for a brief second, and then that would explode outward as it forms around your body, and your head just sort of pierces the body of this lizard. And then it explodes outward, and now you're kind of looking up at it. It's very clever, and I want to respect this, but I have to respect if you had not whiffed the acrobatics.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I get it.
Okay. Okay. That's your turn. That's the worm's turn. Edgar, it is now your turn.
And there's one more worm up?
There's 2 worms up.
Okay. Great. And I'm like, from what I understand, I'm about 30 feet away from like 6 dead cultists.
6 dead cultists.
Okay, great. Then I've wanted to do this spell for a long time. I want to cast Dance Macabre.
Okay. Tell me about Dance Macabre. Oh, you froze up! You cast your spell!
Hello! This is what I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
So it says I can do up to 5 smaller medium. I'm assuming these are medium-sized
They're
beings.
medium-sized beings.
Great. Then Edgar is he's going to stand for a second, and he's going to have all this black smoke start emanating around him. He's going to cast Dance Macabre on these 5 dead cultists, which he's going to turn into skeletons and have him do his bidding.
You have 5 skeletal cultists to do your bidding.
Sweet. I know they can go. It says they can go up to their movement speed is 30 feet. So I want them to start like moving towards the worms and start attacking.
Okay. Do you need to roll an initiative for these?
It says I get a bonus on attack and damage rolls equal to my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
They do my bidding. If not, if I don't give them a general instruction, then they just stand and defend themselves against foes.
All right. I will say that they move on your turn then.
Nice.
Edgar, I'm going to have you go ahead and make 5 attacks using the skeleton stats that I'm hoping that you already have brought up.
Yes, I already have. I'm looking at that right now.
All right, give me those attacks as we go to the other worm's turn.
Okay. So for the attack, that is going to be, let's see, a 14 for the first one.
Miss.
A 19 for the second.
Hit.
Okay. Then the third one is going to be a 16.
Miss.
The let's see. Then the fourth one is going to be a 15.
Miss.
And a nat 1.
Miss. Bad
Okay.
miss. Super miss.
Sweet.
Roll damage for that guy.
Okay, for damage, that is going to be 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage from the skeleton. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. That is its turn. That is Edgar's turn. It's now time for the other worm. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A random 1, 2. Trovik, buddy, you're gonna take some attacks.
I would like the first to be done at disadvantage, please, from Humphrey's deflect attack.
Yes, absolutely. I will be fine with that. Disadvantage. So a 19 to hit.
No.
No, 19 misses. Second attack.
It's from Mom Worm or Dad Worm?
This is from Mom Worm. So it'll take damage on this one, correct? Because it's taking 2 attacks? All right.
Yeah.
How much?
6 necrotic.
Okay.
And another 7 from improved Steel Defender's Force Empowered Rend.
Okay.
From the deflect attack, not the Force Empowered Rend. One time.
So it takes disadvantage on the attack and it takes damage?
It takes 1d4 plus my intelligence modifier and force damage, in addition to disadvantage from improved Steel Defender.
Check the size category for that, please.
Absolutely. Deflect attack. The defender imposes disadvantage on the attack of one creature it can see within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. This is a 27 to hit with the tail.
Oh, yeah, tail hits.
Okay, tail hits with the tail stinger. So I need a con save from you, please.
Con save. I'm good at those. I'm really good with the 28.
You are good with the 28. You take 20 points of piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
If you have any concentration spells, go ahead and give me a con save.
No concentration spells.
Okay. Okay, that is its turn. I need you, Olo. Hang on, I gotta look up this particular spell. As the Thoe, it's your turn.
Yes.
But Olo, I need a wisdom save, please.
Ten.
Olo, you are slowed. Your AC is brought to 2, or brought down 2 points. You have a disadvantage on dex saves. You can't use reactions. You can take an action, a bonus action, not both. As something has cast slow, you feel yourself slowing down and becoming really lethargic.
Whoa.
Okay.
Great, I love it.
Okay. That is your turn. Thoe, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use my nuke on that mama because I am done with her. So,
Okay.
I'm going to need her to make a con save
Okay.
sorry, not a con, a dex save of 18.
Dex save of 18.
Yep. And then after that roll, depending on what that roll is, I may be bending luck.
It is a failure.
Okay, then I'm not going to bend luck.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, this is casting Disintegrate at 8th level. I'm also using a 1 sorcery point to empower the spell so I can reroll up to 5 of those dice.
Okay. Let me know the sorcery points before you cast a spell, so it doesn't turn into like, hey, the spell. No. Just in the future, the spell hit. So I'm gonna empower. Like, just.
Well, okay, got
give
it.
Give me the
I will
heads
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
she can't put all the dice in her hand.
Because I have to re-roll up to 5 of them. I didn't want to re-roll it on the like on the dice roller app.
No,
because I
you're-
need to be able to re-roll that one, that one.
Go ahead and roll for wild magic first.
Oh, okay. Nope, 17.
Okay.
That one, and that one. Okay.
This is gonna take a second. So this is Thoe's turn. Alo, you're up next.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's
It'll be really easy. I only get one attack.
20, 30. Shoot.
No, you should still get both attacks, just either an attack or a bonus action.
50.
Not when you're.
Oh.
58,
Yeah.
960, 61 plus, I think it's 40. 61 plus 40 is 101 points
Okay.
of, it's probably necrotic, right?
It is.
Yeah, damage.
Okay.
Didn't do it?
A blast of energy slams into this worm, and you see bits of it falling away, flaking off at little bits. It is still up.
Okay, then I'm using that extra quicken spell so I can hit it one more time. Maybe this can triple do it. Then
Get it.
with it was d10s. Let's follow it up with a ray of frost.
Okay.
Ta-da.
How many sorcery points do you have left?
That was one. Another 2. I've got I think 8 left, but I'll double check. I'll show you. Okay. And I'm about to be getting some more points. So anyway, but that'll be a bonus action.
Sure.
Nat 20.
A second nat 20 on Ray of Frost. Cool. How do you want to do this?
I don't have to roll dice.
You can if you want.
That's okay. I don't
There's
need to.
no way with
There's
a
no
nat
way.
20.
With 68s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just so angry. Oh, Ray of Frost, though, Thoe. That's perfect. So yeah. So she's gonna hit that Ray of Frost. It's going to just freeze the thing from like the tip of its like little wormy head all the way down. It's just gonna cascade like dry ice, like it fell in dry ice, and where it just and then just shatters outwards.
I love this. Like you see this ice form at the tip of this thing and move all the way down, and it's kind of frozen, and then it explodes outward. Alo, let's do this. Alo, Trovic was up on it. Humphrey, Edgar's not up on it. Mandrake's near Dad. Nyx isn't up on it. So Alo, Humphrey, and Trovic, go ahead and give me dexterity saving throws, please. Alo, yours will be at disadvantage. As the 10-foot tall building comes crashing down, falling down. And Thoe, you're right there up against it too. You're on the ground. You haven't taken to the air. So go ahead and give me a dex throw as well.
All right.
So Humphrey got a 19.
Okay, that's going to make it.
I got a 12.
That's not going to make it.
That's okay. If anything, I pushed Humphrey out of the way, keeping my little buddy safe.
Get out!
No.
No, my +5 wouldn't help me. That's a 7.
Okay, you going to bend luck?
Oh, you know what? I guess I could do that. I didn't want to waste that though. Oh, I guess no, because I can do that with sorcery points. Yeah, because I can. Okay, you just want me using up these sorcery points, don't you?
Yeah, you've
It's kind of like legendary resistances for player characters.
Okay, so yeah, I'll use 7 plus 4, 11 plus 5 from Slaymore.
Okay.
16.
You're out of +5s.
No, I'm not, because I still have an Indigo Gma 1.
Okay. Go ahead and mark your sorcery points on your character sheet. As Thoe makes it and manages to dodge out of the way of this thing. Alo, what did you get?
30.
A 30.
A 30.
At disadvantage?
I rolled a 17 and a 20.
Yep. Alo's out of the way as well. Trovic is out of commission as this thing falls down upon him, and you are smothered, my dude. So as this worm falls down and sort of slams down on top of you. Humphrey got out. Everybody else got out, but you guys watch as this worm falls
It
on.
didn't shatter like dry ice into little bits.
Nope.
I would say the outer layer of the building shattered into dry ice like little bits.
Just checking.
I will say this, because it is dry ice little bits. You will be able to get up after a round. It is not pressing.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, that is your turn.
Dude, I rolled the dice. I rolled low for me. I rolled well for Humphrey. I'm okay with it.
That's all right. That's Thoe, Dad, her, Olo.
I'm going to ethereal step into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I am going to use my action and my bonus action, or my action and my move to try and find whatever is casting things at us.
Can you see invisible things on the ethereal plane?
No.
Then nope, you're good.
Oh, tried.
But it's a very good idea. It's a very smart thing. That is your action. Alo is disappears out of view. Nyx.
Okay, how far away is the remaining worm?
I'll say it's about 30 feet away from you at this point.
30 feet? All right. Real quick, how do cone attacks work? Like, is it like 45 degrees out where I'm going to hit like everything in sight, or is it more directed?
It widens. So it starts where you are and then goes boop, 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 boop. So it's definitely going to hit Mandrake. Mandrake and the worm are going to hit it.
If it's 10 feet or whatever tall, can I aim up and hit it without hitting someone, or is it still going to just cone out? Like, do I not have...
I mean, you're the initial point, so even if you aim up, it's like straight up, it's still going to cone out pretty far.
It's still going to cone out.
It's still... Okay. Shoot. Well, in that case, I'll use Sunbeam, is just a straight line.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nyx has gone Super Saiyan.
So it's a con save of 18.
Okay.
It's more like a Piccolo where he's going from the fingertip.
It makes it save.
Okay, so the damage was 27, so I think it takes half that.
It does. Okay. So, what? I'll round 13? 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move so I'm not stuck in the sand.
Got it. Nyx's turn. Trovit, you are.
I would like to extricate myself from this worm carcass, please. Thanks.
Yes, that is how you spend your turn, extricating yourself from the worm carcass. Okay, love you. Bye. That takes your action. Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
I would like to move closer to where Mandrake is with my movement, and command Humphrey to move up to Mandrake and use his repair.
Okay, perfect. I'm about it.
So, Mandrake, you are going to get some hit points back there, buddy.
Okay.
So that is plus 9, 14 points back.
Mandrake, you heal for 14 points, and you are in the thick of it, my dude.
Yep.
This thing is towering in front of you, looking pretty beefy.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna crown a madness this thing.
Oh. Okay. Okay. What is the save for Crown of Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
Huh. That's a... Nope. One humanoid of your choice, my dude. This is a monstrosity.
Crap. Okay, well, never mind.
Good thought, though. Good thought.
I mean, I was like, why doesn't this work? This can't work. Why does this not... No. It's a great idea, buddy. It's a humanoid. So because you're picking who it attacks and, like...
Yeah. I missed that one word.
I could just see a gnome now riding into town with, like, 4 worms at his beck and call. That's a super villain, you know, like...
We shall call him Shia Moon.
I would like to make a change to my character for next campaign.
Absolutely. I support you 100%, except it's never going to happen.
Okay, so that 100% is more like 0? Got
Zero.
it. Okay. Okay, then I don't know how great this is, but I'm going to do it. Fog Cloud.
Fog cloud. Okay. Yeah, fog cloud starts to disperse away from Mandrake. You are obscured for the time being. Okay. Before you cast fog cloud, give me an int check.
I'm not very smart.
I'm not that smart. Okay.
It was a 1. I got a nat 1.
As you cast Fog Cloud, you are confident in your abilities until you realize that this thing doesn't have eyes. It has blind sense, and you've fallen into my clever trap. Okay. Okay. It's gonna go after you again, Mandrake, buddy.
That's fine.
At disadvantage again, thanks to Humphrey being next to him.
Is Humphrey doing this? I thought Humphrey had to be attacking it. It just has to be in proximity?
As long as it's attacking a creature other than Humphrey, he can use his reaction to engage disadvantage on.
How does he do that?
I imagine by distracting him by growling in a rather menacing fashion.
Sending vibrations out?
Exactly. Because it's force damage, so it would make sense that it's more like vibration-y.
Got it. So he's going to attack Humphrey.
Cool, bring it on. I can't use the distracting strike, or the deflect attack then.
No, because I'm trying to think of how the dog would do it.
Why you gotta be mad at my dog, man?
I'm so sorry, pal. That's a 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that absolutely hits. No worries.
I need a dexterity saving throw for Humphrey.
18.
That's a failure.
Okay.
Humphrey is swallowed.
All right.
Before Humphrey is swallowed, Humphrey's going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
Humphrey is blinded and restrained.
Okay.
And then he's not going to start feeling anything until the start of his turn.
Got it.
Okay. As Humphrey as this worm kind of reaches down, plucks up Humphrey, and then it is going to. It's going to send that. It's going to send that tail over at Mandrake. Mandrake, that is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, that sucks. That's 4 on the die. Okay. That tail goes swinging out, but you manage to kind of push it off to the side. Edgar, it is now your turn.
Whoop whoop. Then in that case, I can still see this thing, kind of, or is my vision all obscured?
You can see this thing. Yeah, your skeletons are attacking it, I believe.
Yay, did it. Okay, then in that case, I am going to cast... Is this thing bigger than 60 feet tall and 20 feet wide?
Please hold.
I don't think it's 60 feet tall.
Is it bigger than 20 feet wide?
No.
Then I want to cast Fairy Fire on it.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. Then I can use my mental link to my Skeletons, and I'm just going to let them continue to attack.
Okay. Send me the link for Dance Macabre.
C.
Because...
No, it starts with a D, Chris.
Oh, gotcha. And how do I do this? How do I send it to you?
Okay. I believe Dance Macabre sounds like the type of spell that is a concentration spell.
Yes, but it says like I can mentally tell them to. Let me see.
Okay, but here's the deal: the minute you cast Fairy Fire,
that
the
takes my concentration
skeletons
away.
fall. So this thing needs to make a dex save, correct?
Okay. So then, if that's the case, because then that was me reading too fast, then I'll just continue to have my minions attack.
So you're not casting Fairy Fire.
Yeah, that way I'm not losing concentration.
From here on in, buddy, read those spells.
Yep.
Actually, no. I can't do that. Nick's burned a spell slot just based on that. Like that's what you said you were doing. Like
Done.
We got to
Done.
stick with the.
Sure.
We got to stick with
Yeah,
the.
totally.
the path here. Things are getting harder. You guys are level 16. I gotta
Yeah,
hit you as hard as I can.
Yeah, sure. Then I'll go with the Fairy Fire.
That's a 18 dex save.
Let's see, and I believe that. Yeah, well, it's it's 18.
Okay, so unfortunately the Fairy Fire does not hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Then I'm going to dash, so I'm not standing one place in the sand.
Okay. Okay, that is your turn. Alo, wherever you are, the slow spell drops.
Cool.
Okay. You are good. Thoe,
Yes.
are you at below 150 hit points?
Yes. I am always below 150 hit points, even when I'm fully healed.
Okay.
I'm worried.
Okay. Thoe, you are stunned.
Fun. Okay.
A blast of magical energy appears out of thin air and slams into Thoe, and Thoe freezes in place, and
Was that a spell that I could counter?
no, you have to be able to see it.
And
You have to see the source.
And I don't make a save on it.
You do not make a save on it if you are below 150.
Okay.
But after, in subsequent turns,
then I
you
can make the
can
con
you
save.
can make
Okay.
turns
Got it.
to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. That is that's turn. Okay. You are stunned. Alo, you are in the ethereal plane.
Yep.
You hanging out there for a bit? You are stuck there?
I'm stuck there for 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Okay. You are in the ethereal.
So this would be round 2. So 2 more after this.
Are you heading towards where the worm is?
Yeah.
Okay. You are headed in that direction. That's
So
all.
I kind of buzz around it.
Okay. Nyx.
I'm gonna blast another sunbeam at it.
Okay. You're gonna keep just the concentration of that spell going.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast it again. Yeah.
Okay. Does it take another save?
I believe it says I can cast a new line. It doesn't say anything about if they redo the save, but I would assume they would. But it doesn't say one way or the other, from what I can tell.
This is Sunbeam, right? This is making me a better DM. This is making me a better DM. 60-foot line. Each creature in the line has to make a con save. As you blast another thing, so it's got to make another con save. 24, so it's going to take half damage on this one.
Okay, so 26 down to 13.
Yeah, let me double check, because worms I think are pretty constituted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty constituted, my dude.
That's fine.
Yeah. How much damage?
13 when it's halved.
Okay. 13.
And then I'll slide to the side again so I'm not sinking.
Okay, so that's going to put it at 214. Okay. That is its turn. That is Nyx's turn. Trovic, we go to you, buddy.
This thing just ate my dog.
Yes, and speaking of eating your dog, I'm going to go ahead, and anything that's going to happen to your dog is going to happen right now because it's technically the start of their turn.
Yep.
It's going to take 66 acid damage as it's being.
Humphrey's down.
Humphrey's down.
Humphrey's down.
Okay. All right. Your connection to Humphrey breaks. It snaps.
This is one of the only times you've ever seen Trovic look genuinely furious. If I'd had the chance, I'd have taken a level in Barbarian just for this moment.
Yes.
Because I'm about as close to rage as I'm going to get. Yeah, I'm hitting this thing, and I'm not going to stop hitting it until it's a quivering pile of grape jelly.
All right, you're gonna run up to beside Mandrake and just start whacking into this thing. Give me attack rolls.
Yeah, so that's a crit on 1 with a nat 20.
All right, that's
The second one's a 27.
Are you gonna add an arcane jolt to any of these?
Oh yeah, I'm adding the 1 arcane jolt I can per turn to that crit.
Roll damage for me.
Yeah. Okay, so 8, 10, 20, 30, 36, 42, 50 points of bludgeoning, psychic, and force damage on that first one.
Oof-a-doof. Okay.
And then another 15 points of bludgeoning and force bludgeoning and psychic on the second.
Okay. That's your action and your 2 attacks. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Good question. Let me see. No, I didn't charge it, so no, can't do that. No bonus action.
Mandrake, it is now your turn.
The worm is still up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was lost for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's still up. He's still very up.
Okay. Real quick, you said a blast of magical energy hit Thoe.
It did.
Can I pinpoint where that came from?
Sure. If you want to give me your bonus action as a perception check, I'd give you, based on the roll, I'd give you the general direction.
So first I'm gonna take my rapier to the worm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Give me an attack roll. And don't forget to add that sneak attack damage, as Trovik is right up on it too. He's in a rage. Yep. He's in a fury. You've never seen him this angry before, as he's just wailing into this thing.
Yeah. 19 to hit.
19 just barely hits. 19 hits. Okay. Roll damage.
Okay, so that is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Okay, so 2, 4, 11.
I know this is hard. You guys are doing great.
11, 15, 19, stuck dice, 21,
21,
24,
24,
27, 33 plus 4, 37.
Oh my gosh. We got to get you a dice roller that lets you roll more than 1 dice at a time. But yes,
we're retiring this soon. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. Mandrake, finding the weak spot on this giant worm, sends the rapier forward towards it. Mandrake and Trovik, would you like to take attacks of opportunity as it slithers forward towards Thoe, the one that killed its mate?
Yep.
It doesn't leave until Trovik Gorgehorn says it can leave.
Okay, give me attack rolls.
Rolled a nat 20.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll
23
damage. Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
12 points.
12 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
Doubled, so 20.
Okay. It is going to make an attack against Thoe. This attack against Thoe is going to be at advantage because Thoe is stunned at this point, and it is going to see if it can bite down on her.
Oh wait, I wanted to use my bonus action. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your perception check. Give me a perception check, Mandrake.
My perception check was a 22.
It's very difficult to pinpoint where this thing is coming from. Whatever means it's using, it's not only hiding its appearance, it's hiding some of the components used to cast the spells.
Got it.
So whatever it's doing so with the 22. You think you can hear a slight amount of movement amidst the chaos near where the group came in from. So away from this worm, almost near the carcass of the other worm.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Attacks of opportunity. Thoe. It's a 13 on both, so 23 to hit. Against AC.
That hits me.
Okay.
Just barely. Yep.
28 points of piercing damage, and Thoe is swallowed. Thoe is lifted up into the air. This thing bites down, and Thoe is gone. Like Thoe is swallowed inside. Inside of the mouth of this giant worm. Because you are automatically going to fail that save because of being stunned. Yeah. Okay, that is the worm's turn. Thoe, it's now your turn.
I thought it was
Edgar. Sorry. No, Edgar went.
Edgar went. Okay, so it is my turn.
Did Edgar go?
I thought Mandrake just went.
Mandrake
just went. So top of the round would be Edgar.
Edgar, you're up, buddy.
Sweet. Okay, then to the worm, I'm going to cast Blight at 4th level.
Okay.
That's a Con's 18.
Okay, that is counterspelled.
Oh, well then, shapoop. Then I am going to use my bonus action to give inspiration to Trovik.
Okay.
I really want you to beat this thing down, bro.
Appreciate that.
Roll the blows like a druid's bones. Strike its size like a wild steed rides, and fillet and kill and finish him. It's a D12, bro.
Appreciate.
Boom, inspired.
Inspired. Okay. Thoe.
All right. I
are stunned.
Okay. Yes, but I get to make a save for
at
it,
the
right?
end of your turn.
At the end of my turn, so
Yep.
I can't do anything. It's now the end of my turn.
You can give me. You're gonna take. You're gonna take 17 points of acid damage as you are being swallowed by this thing.
No.
You are blinded. You are restrained. But the stomach acids are starting to eat into your skin.
Ouch.
I need a con save, please.
All right. 13 plus 8, 21.
You make your save. You now, other than being restrained by being swallowed by this worm, you have your faculties about you.
Okay.
Okay.
But my turn is over, so there's nothing that I could do at this point, right?
You are
like my bonus action is done. Everything is done.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other pressing thing is you are running out of air.
Right. So in other words, I just need to wait till the next round to be able to do anything at all. I can do a lot of things about all of those things, just not right now.
You can do a lot of things about those things, just not right now.
Got it. Okay. I'll just wait till we roll back around to me.
I'm so sorry.
No.
You killed its mate, its mated
Yep,
pair.
that's fair.
So
I'm gonna try to kill it too.
Yeah, Trovik. It ate Trovik's dog, and Trovik went into a rage. So imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That is its turn. Alo, you've got 2 more rounds.
I do, but while I'm here, you said there was a glyph-covered circle?
Yes.
Somewhere?
Yes.
Can I go check that out?
You
And maybe make use of my grim psychometry the Blood Hunter class?
Ex-
For
ex-
probably the only time.
Explain what you are looking for.
I'm trying to make any sense of what it is actually doing. Grim Psychometry lets me make a history check to recall information about a darker past surrounding an object I'm touching or a location I'm present in.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Allo,
Arcana?
at advantage.
That's going to be 22.
Okay, 22. This looks like the beginnings of a portal, and it looks like there is a slow drain from a battery source. There were 2 battery sources. One of those battery sources has been turned into little bits of ice. Oh, wow. This could go well or not well. Okay. So. Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 D100s, please.
Sure.
Although, whatever it is, whatever is trying to force its way through this circle is using life source as a way in, and it has picked a massive frickin' life source to use as a battery. Whatever circle was set up, you imagine that if there were sites like this around Wonderland, that they picked creatures or things to use as we're gonna thin the veil. Does that make sense? Like if we thin the veil long enough, it's holding a paper towel and putting all these things on it in hopes that the paper towel will break.
Okay.
There is a stream of energy that leads from the circle to the worm that's standing. By your estimates, you probably have around maybe 2. But you can feel the energy pulsing from this strand, wherever it is, to the worm.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything with your movement?
How much do I have left?
If you're
also, how far is the worm?
If you're flying, you could get to it. 30 feet.
I would like to be inside of the worm.
Okay.
I'm going to go search for Humphrey.
You're going inside the worm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Does everyone want to go inside?
Everybody.
Raise your hand if you've been inside the worm.
Is this a worm party?
You would
We all
see.
go inside?
Inside of the worm.
This is good. This is very good. So here's what happens.
And as much as he loves wild magic, there's about to be 2 wild magic spells going off inside that worm.
So Alo, as you leave the little circle of energy, one of those tethers connecting to the worm follows with you just because of proximity, but it needs something to latch onto, and instead of latching onto you, it latches onto Thoe. And it channels into her innate magical abilities and gives 2 wild magic surges. So what did you roll?
All right, we're just going to go in order. So the Indigo Gma wild magic surge was a 23.
Okay.
Do you want to know both, one
Yes.
after the other? Okay, then the Slaymore wild magic surge was a 50. Exactly. I'm trying to read the faces.
Well, crap. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Billy's broken.
R.I.P. Billy. We hardly knew him.
As a reaction, here is what happens. First off, Thoe's skin turns bright, vibrant blue, which doesn't seem to have any effect on anything but aesthetically. However, as Thoe goes, huh, and opens her mouth in a surprised, huh, motion, smoke begins to pour out of every orifice on her body. into the worm, causing it to make a con save. Causing it to start coughing violently, as Thoe has turned into a smoke bomb, a blue smoke bomb emitting blue smoke. And as the worm coughs and sends this blue smoke bomb flying across, give me a dex save to see if you can land on your feet.
Okay. Yeah, that's 18 plus 3, 21.
You are hawked like a loogie out of this. This thing is coughing violently and wants to get the smoke out of its body. Nice. And it just cannot handle its smoke, and it just it coughs Thoe up. So Thoe hits the ground, and you just see blue smoke pouring off of Thoe as she lands in front of it. I'm going to say it is in such a coughing fit that the next attack against it will be at advantage.
Is Olo inside too right now?
Olo is inside too, but Olo is in the ethereal plane.
Oh.
So Olo saw all of this happen and sees the bot. I would say the remnants of Humphrey were pushed down too far. I don't think they're out yet. But Olo can see them inside the worm.
Thank you.
Nyx, it is your
All right.
turn.
Could I roll to see if I can tell where the other magic caster is casting from?
You can. Give me a perception check as a bonus action.
Alright, that's a 2 on the dice, so I do not. Never mind then.
Whoever they are, very tricky.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I really don't have anything to hit this stupid worm with, so I guess I'll just keep at it with the sun.
Okay. It makes it save again, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It's got a really high plus to con.
It's fine. Half of 29.
Okay. Another, I'll say 15 points of damage.
And I'll sidestep again, just to move.
Yeah, sidestep out of the way. That is Nyx's turn. Trovik. That technically was an attack, so this attack is going to be an advantage.
Yep. So casting Branding Smite as my bonus action on my hammer
Okay.
at 4th level.
Okay.
I'm going to beat this worm until I get my dog back. And I'm going to keep beating this worm until it's grape jelly.
God, I love this game. Okay, beat this worm until you get your dog back.
So nat 20 on one and a 10 on the die, so 23 on the other.
All right, roll a lot of damage.
Okay, so Branding Smite dice first.
Branding Smite die first.
That's 4d6.
4d6.
6 plus another 4, so 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Arcane Jolt. 8. 18, so 36 points of force damage.
Okay, plus the 10, right?
Yeah, plus the 10.
Okay.
Plus Warhammer damage.
See, this is how much it has.
16 points of damage from that, and then another 16 points from the hammer.
16 points from the hammer.
Yes.
Hey, Trovik, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, bro.
I told you exactly how I want to do this.
You just start beating into it to get your dog back. Are you carving a hole into it?
No. Even in this enraged state, I know enough that if I hit it in the right spot, it's gonna cough Humphrey out. So I'm just hitting it basically as close as I can to the diaphragm. And I'm gonna beat a cavern into this thing.
Okay. You time your spot. Innumerable calculations have to go into this hit. As Trovik takes his time, gathers strength, and aims for the diaphragm of a giant purple worm and slams his warhammer into it with a mighty scream. As that happens, the worm is going to start to collapse towards the ground as Humphrey goes shooting out of it. like the mass of metal that is your dog, goes flying into the air, and lands not too far away from where you are. Okay, the worm is going to slam onto the ground. I'm going to say everyone is able to nimbly avoid this worm, just by the skin of their teeth. And congratulations, team, you are out of combat officially.
We didn't die. Yay.
And immediately set to work on mending Humphrey.
Okay. Yes, Mandrake.
That exact second, I'm going to take off in the direction where I perceived that spell coming from before.
Okay.
And I'm going to stop right where I think it came from. And I have blind sense. Is there anything there?
Yes.
Where is it?
It is in front of you to the left, within 25 feet with a run. You can sense it's there. That is your turn. I would say it would take your entire turn to run there. You would sense it's there. Edgar.
T.
Yeah. What do you do, buddy?
We're out of combat, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any like abilities that will kind of help me. You know what? Though I'm pretty sure it looks pretty beat down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go give her some heals.
Okay.
Thanks.
So let's see. I'll do a healing word at third level, and at least try to give her something.
The healing circle begins, and Mandrake, you feel the presence disappear.
She's still blue then.
Dabba-dee,
9
dabba-da.
points of healing, Thoe, for you, girl.
How much? Say it again.
9.
You are healed for 9 points. Thoe is blue dabba dee dabba da. Her skin, her hair, all of it, blue, 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 blue. Very
Goes with
blue.
the winter theme.
It goes with the winter theme. Yeah, Thoe is a blue fairy type creature. Thank you, Castle Entertainment. You're the best. Captain Slaymore possibly saved your life with a burst of wild magic. So, possibly. I'm just saying.
That's fine. It's fine.
And Allah was trying to rescue you too.
Oh.
I was going for Humphrey.
Oh, never mind. Thank you, Slaymore.
We named the dog Indiana.
I mean, I would have had to move you out of the mouth also.
Oh,
to
no,
get
no,
Humphrey.
we're done. We're done. We're good. Okay.
Right, we're done.
So,
Okay.
This is Dungeons for every wild magic you've caught him in, to be fair.
To be fair.
I'll say this. I'll say this. With a bit of time, now that the battery is gone, the whatever ritual was being cast at this spot fades. Okay? You all take some time. It's going to take an hour to bring Humphrey back.
Yeah, it's going to take me time, but I'm going to be, like, I've got him cradled in my arms, and I'm working on him as I'm walking.
Okay, so we're heading back towards the cemetery, correct?
Yeah.
Can I grab any of the music boxes that are still like intact? And
You
just
can.
like shove one at Mandrake and then shove one at Trovik.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's add him and just kind of into his bag while he's doing things.
Sure. It's playing an innocuous song. It's playing Twinkle Twinkle. Okay. But you realize with a bit of insight that this was used to attract the little ones.
Which would
and-
in turn bring the bigger ones.
Which would in turn bring the bigger ones. Yes, Edgar.
Before we dip, Edgar is going to get one of the heads from the cultist and just be so excited the fact that his
going
spell on
Oricus?
us that he's always wanted to use. So
Okay.
he'll cast Mage Hand just to get like one of the skulls, and he's just gonna hold it like he did it, like showing it off.
You you grab your souvenirs.
Oh yeah.
You head back to the Lonely Soul, where you do you head back to the booth?
I'm regaling everyone with what just happened with this skull,
As
and
if-
like putting my hand in it, making it talk with me, and just being like, it's so ridiculous, but so excited.
As if they weren't there already. But
Yeah.
yeah. you guys head back towards the booth where you saw JJ? How anxious are we to get these items?
Meh.
Man?
If we got time, yeah, I'd like to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys head back and you see JJ sitting in his seat, propped up. He's got he looks at you all and he goes, "Well, how did it go?"
Humphrey's still not completely repaired yet, is he?
He's not quite prepared.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I look at him, look at Humphrey, look back at him, continue tinkering.
Oh, sorry about your dog. I'm more of a cat person anyway.
We're done with the pleasantries.
Oh, well, that's fair.
I trust your end went well as well.
Oh, yes, God. It was a grueling endeavor, but I managed to stop my particular, what was it, ritual of sorts from going on, and to the best of my abilities.
Well, that would mean that our portions of the deal are complete, and thus payments must be rendered.
Yes, here you are, a belt of storm giant strength to be dished out as you see fit. The robe of the Arch Magi. Please. Nyx, this might fit you extremely well. The Dust of Time is at your disposal, and apparently this one is a tad augmented. This one gives you a whole 12 seconds of time. So 12 seconds is a lot of time to go back and fix a mistake or two, if you will. But you will be able to travel back in time. Here is the Kanon that promised you, Edgar. There you are. There are many spells loaded into this, so please treat it well and use it in good health. The Artificer's autocorrect. Trovik, please, you can use that as you see fit. Mandrake, I will need your hat for a time, just to unlock it. If you, I can spend a little bit of time with it, but I can return it to you within the hour if you like.
It doesn't leave my sight.
No,
Where are we going?
Of course not. You can sit here with me. We can have drinks, and you can look brooding.
Do your work.
All right. He hands you the sack of time. Okay. Alo, he hands you the belt. Trovik, you have the Artificer's autocorrect. Nyx, he gives you the robe. Edgar, he gives you the instrument, and as you sit.
Thanks, Daddy.
Yes, quite right, Edgar. It takes a full action to use the sand. Okay, you throw the sand in the air, and it's 12 seconds to go backwards in time. All of these items are given to you. Nyx, you should be able to find this item, and Trovik, you should have the Artificer's autocorrect. It's a doozy, my dude.
I took the liberty of reading. It's gonna be fun.
Nyx, do you see the robe?
Yeah.
Do you love it? Is it the right
Yes.
size?
Yes.
Okay. You all sit, and the instrument should be in there as well.
Tis.
Yes.
Tis.
Also a doozy. You guys are stocked and ready for the end game. As we end this episode with an epic battle, JJ will look at the hat. He will take out his artificer's tools and hum the song "Twinkle Twinkle" to himself as he works on the hat. And
Interesting tune.
do you like it?
Quite familiar.
My mother used
Casually pull out the music box from my bag, place it on the table.
Yeah. Oh. How droll.
Wind the music box.
And it plays Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, the world is filled with coincidences, isn't it?"
Tell me again what you got out of this.
The world. Mandrake. The world. And that's where we're going to end tonight's adventure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We still have a coin to give away, my dudes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this epic battle. The heroes are stocked. Make sure that you have typed the word coin in one time and one time only. We are going to do the drawing right now. The Tennessee, thank you so much. Everybody that hung out with us tonight, you guys are the best audience in the world. We can't do what we do without you. This is a special commemorative coin that we had specifically made because we had 1,000 followers. Slaymore, Indigo Jima, everybody in the chat. Thank you. All
All right, I'm gonna roll it.
You ready to do this? Draw it up. Who's going to win it?
Adventures in Geekdom.
Adventures in Geekdom. Congratulations. You have won the coin, the epic coin, the golden ticket, as it were. Congratulations once again, Adventures in Geekdom. We are giving away a coin every night this week, so that you still have time. You have tomorrow, you have Thursday, you have Friday. Tune in, hang out with us for a little bit, and we will send this to you probably along with another little surprise or two. You never know. But Adventures in Geekdom, hit us with that info. Hit us with a private message, and we'll make sure that information, the coin gets out to you. We're gonna go raid another channel to show the TTRPG love. But we love you guys and Indigo Connect. And hey, do you wonder? We'll see you guys very, very soon. Yeah, let's go show the love to TPK Roleplay.